welcome you to Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, from the land of the space program, we're ready for takeoff.
That's right, and they're letting those threes fly from everywhere on the court. Let's see if this team can win a third championship.
Ready to go here from Toyota Center. Let's gear up for the opening tip. The opening tip won by the Rockets as we're underway in Houston. Paul. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. To Luka Doncic. Wide open look, won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Here comes the screen. Paul, they get it down to Harden. Nice pass to get things going.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Dallas with the possession. To Luka Doncic. Gets it to go. The percentage lied with the defense. The shooter strikes that time.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Luka Doncic. Doesn't get the bounce.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Gets a look. Can't hit. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Down to Fareed. Can't connect from in close. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Hardaway. Almost, and he's not getting the call. To Harden. From long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Burke with it. Down three. Down low for Powell. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Rebound cleared by Dallas. Mavericks with the possession. Trey Burke matched up with Harden. The drive right to the basket. Kenneth Fareed swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Gordon shoots, can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Harden. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second one as well. Tim Hardaway Jr. missed his first. That one goes.
Ed, did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own.
Number 25, Austin Rivers.
Paul. To Rivers. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Burke with it. Up by 3. To Hardaway. Has a look. That's no good. Tucker with the rebound. Rivers to bring it into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they play this right. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Burke with it. He'll run the offense. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Trey Burke. Now Paul with the basketball. Shot clock off as they look for a go-ahead bucket. Down a point. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Paul. Shot off the mark. Good defense. 17-footer at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Rockets with the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
All right, sit down, sit down.
To Hardaway. Trey Burke. Shot from in close, no good. Oh, And a putback.
If you're a Mavericks fan, you should be standing up and applauding your squad. This team last year finished last in the league in offensive rebounding. Good to see guys getting in there, scrapping for those points.
To Harden. Here comes the screen. From the painted area, won't go down. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Has a chance. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Harden shakes free and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Terrific vision. Tim Hardaway Jr., 2 of 4 now.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Harden. Screen coming. Harden to Paul. Gets it in the left corner. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. Received. Well defended. Doncic to Hardaway. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Good. Off a spin.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Harden. Drive on the baseline, but a shot stays out. The follow won't go either.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
To Harden. Couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Rick Carlisle going to make some moves. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Fareed. For 3. That's not his range. It's no good. Dirk Nowitzki. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Off the assist.
The assist from number 17, P.J. Tucker.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way. James Harden has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Dallas has it. Knocks it down off the step back.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Paul across the timeline. Under a minute to go before halftime. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
To Randolph. Beyond the arc for three. Off the mark. To Harden. Missed a wide open look. James Harden, 4 out of 7.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Trying to cash in, doesn't even see the defender, buries the shot. That misses with a second to go. Time expires to end the first half. The Mavericks have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Mavericks have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. The Rockets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
Doncic was all over the boards in the first half. You've got to appreciate his determination when shots go up.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Harris with it. Lead stands at 7. To Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, are the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
To P.J. Tucker. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden. To Fareed. Wide open look, won't go.
Psychological warfare by the defense. I see they baited him into that shot. They'll give him that all night long.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Mavericks with the basketball. Doncic to Hardaway.
Ice, 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 ice.
To Luka Doncic. Fires the three. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Harden. To Paul. Fires the three. Another chance. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Harden.
Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Oh, he had it. Harden in possession. His guys trail by 10. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Driving right to the basket. Paul. And that's rebounded by Houston. To Paul. No good. Defense catching a break there. To Luka Doncic. Cruises inside for 2.
Here's what's brilliant about Luka Doncic. Everybody thinks that you need to be fast or be able to ISO somebody and create your own shot with your speed or your athleticism or your explosiveness. That is not the case. Doncic is 6'8", 230 pounds. Put that smaller guard on your hip, post him up, walk him down, shoot shots over the top. If you have an uncanny style of play, that game can reward you a ton in this league.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
I got him.
Stepping in for the
Doncic.
number 23, Trey Burke.
Knocked loose. Doncic. Add 2 points to the board.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down.
I got ball. I got something for him.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Match up.
Harden to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Burke with it. It's an 11-point game. To Luka Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive. Doncic. Down low for Powell. scores from the post.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Can't connect from in close. Going to launch beyond the arc. Crazy shot that time. No good. Paul. Deep two there. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good. Deep three at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. It was a strong one for the Mavericks.
Good shot, boy.
It's the Rockets in. Control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And Jay, they have got to get something going quick. They have not looked good at all through three quarters.
Well, here's the problem. Guys are out here a little bit lethargic, a little bit lackadaisical, and sometimes great teams think they can just turn the light switch on whenever they want. That's not the way great teams need to operate to win championships. That light needs to stay on all the time.
And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Paul with it up top. His guys down 11. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. To Fareed. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Dirk Nowitzki. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, with great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Burke with it. His guys up by 15. Kenneth Fareed. Huge block. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kenneth Fareed. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Into the game for the Mavericks. Number 76.
Doncic. Trey Burke. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Nene to Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Off the mark on the first free throw.
Soft and buttery, soft and buttery.
And he misses the second. Missed opportunity. 0 for 3 at the line. To Luka Doncic from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Nene to Paul. And the rebound belongs to the Mavericks. Won't go down. Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. From the outside, no good. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
To Paul. And the rebound comes down to Dallas. To Luka Doncic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Rivers. Fareed. Here's CP3. Can't connect.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden. That's how you defend. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Burke with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. James Harden rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Paul. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Doncic. Great look and vision. Can't connect.
Hey, give me the ball.
To Fareed. Harden. Capella. That out of his range and no good. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tim Hardaway Jr. Capella. To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Hardaway. Capella's on him. Tim Hardaway Jr., 4 out of 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Paul to Harden.
Close out, close out.
And that's rebounded by the Mavericks. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. The victory to the Mavericks as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Mavericks put on a show in a blowout. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. Check out the leading scores for the Dallas Mavericks. The Rockets seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Dallas Mavericks did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Doncic put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.